So last quarter, there was this very specific and honestly kind of chaotic pattern, the giant polka dot. It actually saw a 147% spike in sales.
That is wild.
Right. Meanwhile, the whole muted, minimalist, quiet luxury aesthetic that we've been, absolutely drowning in for the last 3 years.
Yeah, the beige everywhere.
Exactly. It's practically flatlining right now.
Oh, totally.
So today we are unpacking this massive stack of 2026 fashion analytics, market reports, designer interviews, just to figure out why our closets are suddenly experiencing this severe identity crisis.
It really is an identity crisis.
It is. So, welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today is to build the ultimate guide to women's dresses right now.
No, I love this topic.
Me too. We're covering everything from, your basic everyday casuals all the way to these incredibly intricate traditional global attire pieces.
Yeah, it's actually a really fascinating pivot point in retail right now.
It feels like it.
It really is. We are watching consumers just fundamentally reject the aesthetics of the past few years. Like, the overarching theme in the data we're looking at today is that the dress is evolving.
Evolving how?
Yeah.
Like away from just being a piece of clothing.
Exactly. It's going from a mere garment into this deeply global, highly sustainable, and hyper-personalized tool.
Oh, I like that word, tool.
Yeah, we're seeing everyday comfort just collide head-on with this heritage-level craftsmanship.
Which is so needed, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the core appeal of a great dress, it's always been that it's the ultimate fashion shortcut.
Right, the one-and-done outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to think of a great dress not so much as a superhero cape, but more like a Swiss Army knife.
Okay, I see that.
But like a Swiss Army knife disguised as a piece of art.
Right, right.
Because it's engineered to solve, 5 problems at once.
Yeah.
You got temperature control, professional appropriateness, physical mobility.
Yeah, and you don't have to match a top to a bottom.
Exactly. It only requires you to make one single decision in the morning.
Yeah.
You zip it up, and you're just instantly engineered for the day.
You're ready to go.
But I have to be honest here. Looking at the actual styling data for this year, I'm really struggling with this one-and-done narrative.
Really? How so?
Well, the street-level data, especially when you look at the UK and North American markets, it is obsessively focused on layering.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right.
Yeah.
The forecasters are talking about tulle draped over mesh, or these heavy, chunky, oversized cardigans thrown over delicate midi dresses.
Yeah, we're seeing a ton of that.
So if I'm wearing a dress in, say, late October, I'm freezing on my commute, unless I add 3 other elements. So mechanically speaking, is the one-and-done dress actually dead? Are we just dealing with a 1+1 outfit now?
That is such a brilliant distinction, and honestly, the market analytics entirely back you up on that.
Okay, good. I'm not crazy.
No, not at all. The base layer, so the dress itself, is still that foundational Swiss Army knife you mentioned. But the styling is where the climate, reality, and personal expression come in. So you can look at it like the dress is the canvas, and the layering is the paint.
Oh, I love that analogy, the canvas and the paint.
Yeah. And to really understand how this works mechanically, we need to look at the exact silhouettes that are dominating the racks this year.
Right, because the shapes are changing so much.
They really are, because right now the industry is just caught in this massive 1990s and Y2K revival.
Oh my gosh, the slip dress. The slip dress is literally everywhere.
It is inescapable.
But, it feels different this time around. It's not that, that flimsy, static, clean polyester from 1997.
Oh, yeah, the ones that just stuck to you all day. No, exactly. The slip dress has grown up.
Grown up how? Better fabrics.
Primarily through textile engineering, actually. So the analytics specifically highlight pieces like Quince's washable silk slip dresses.
Washable silk.
Right. Because historically, the barrier to entry for a daily wear slip dress was the maintenance.
Oh, for sure. You spill a drop of coffee on it, and it's a $20 dry cleaning bill immediately.
Exactly. But now they are using these enzyme washes and structural weaving techniques that allow pure silk to just withstand a standard washing machine cycle.
Wait, really? You just throw it in the wash?
You just throw it in. So you get that liquid, body skimming, ultra sleek 90s aesthetic. Think about those long, sweeping satin maxes from ASOS.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
Right, but now it's actually engineered for the reality of modern life.
I love that visual, that liquid satin just skimming the body. But okay, here is what confuses me about the 2026 forecast.
Okay, lay it on me.
The sleek, minimalist slip dress is clearly a massive driver of revenue.
Right, absolutely. Huge numbers.
Yet, sitting literally right next to it on the retail floor is this surge in the exact opposite direction.
Yeah, the volume.
Yes, massive, unapologetic movement.
You're talking about the wrap dresses and the tiers.
Right, like H&M is putting out these effortless wrap dresses with enormous structured puff sleeves.
Oh yeah, the ones that look like you should be walking through a botanical garden in the tropics.
Exactly, tropical vibes for days. And then Kuyana is producing these incredibly versatile tiered maxi dresses.
Those are everywhere right now.
They really are. And mechanically, tiered skirts are fascinating to me because they use horizontal seams to add fabric volume as it moves down the leg.
Right, so it doesn't add bulk at the top.
Exactly, it gives you this beautiful floating movement without adding any width to the waistline.
Yeah.
But as a consumer, I'm standing there looking at the sleek, minimalist slip dress in one hand and this giant, joyful, voluminous tiered dress in the other.
Yeah, it's quite the contrast.
It is. It feels like two different worlds.
And that tension, that exact contrast you're feeling, that is the defining characteristic of 2026 fashion.
Really? Just attention itself.
Yeah, it represents the psychological shift from quiet luxury to what forecasters are definitively calling loud luxury.
Yeah, we have to break that down because quiet luxury was, it was inescapable for
It was the only thing anyone talked about.
Right. It was all beige cashmere, unbranded trench coats, and basically looking like you own a private trust fund, but you just don't want to talk about it.
That is the perfect description.
So why the sudden rejection of that? Why are we suddenly getting loud?
Well, the reports say it really comes down to cultural psychology. Quiet luxury was this aesthetic of restraint, right? It was born out of economic uncertainty.
Kind of like, don't flash your wealth when times are tough.
Exactly. It was all about blending in. But loud luxury is a psychological rebellion against that restraint.
Oh, interesting.
Consumers are exhausted by austerity. They're using maximalist aesthetics, so heavy lace, intricate beading, giant silhouettes, to forcefully manufacture joy.
Forcefully manufacture joy.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a very assertive aesthetic.
That perfectly explains the color palette shift we're seeing in the data, too.
Oh.
Because we are aggressively trading in those quiet oatmeal tones for what the industry is calling dopamine orange.
Dopamine orange. It's so bright. It is this rich, high-octane tangerine. Or they also have statement red, which is this highly saturated cherry crimson.
Right. It's literal color therapy.
It really is. And the prints are wild, too. I mentioned the 147% growth in large polka dots earlier, but florals are changing completely.
Yep, the tiny flowers are out.
They're gone. We are moving away from those dainty, delicate little spring flowers to these dark, highly directional, almost abstract floral prints. It's moody, but it's vibrant.
Which brings us right back to your earlier point about the consumer's identity crisis.
Right.
If you are a millennial or a Gen Z shopper, how do you reconcile these opposing forces?
Yes. How do you balance the liquid minimalism of a 90s slip dress with this explosion of loud luxury, dopamine colors, and giant abstract florals without looking completely chaotic?
Right, because it sounds like a recipe for a disaster.
Seriously, if I pair a sleek slip dress with a massive, chunky, maximalist necklace, doesn't it just look like I got dressed in the dark?
Well, it can if it's not done intentionally. But the synthesis actually happens precisely in that layering trend you challenged me with earlier.
Oh, the 1+1 outfit.
Exactly. The modern shopper is using these opposing trends to create deliberate tension. So you take a highly voluminous dopamine orange dress.
Something that just screams loud luxury.
Right, and you anchor it with completely minimalist, sleek, 90s style footwear. Or you take a neutral, washable silk slip dress and you layer it with a heavy, embellished, oversized cardigan.
Right.
The tension between the minimal and the maximal is what makes the outfit look contemporary rather than like a costume.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. It's about anchoring the crazy with the calm.
Exactly.
And that concept of practical anchoring, it leads us right into probably the most important question for anyone actually buying these pieces.
Which is?
How are women living, moving, and working in these dresses every single day?
Yeah, the day-to-day reality.
Because, a dress can look breathtaking on a runway, but if I can't run to catch the subway or comfortably sit at my desk for 8 hours in it, it's pretty much useless to me.
Totally. Practicality is the ultimate luxury in 2026. The tolerance for uncomfortable clothing is virtually zero right now.
Thank goodness for that.
Right.
So let's talk about the engineering of that comfort, starting with, honestly, The greatest invention in women's fashion.
Let me guess. Pockets.
Pockets. For decades, the excuse from the industry was that pockets ruined the drape or the silhouette of a dress.
Which was always such a flimsy excuse.
It was infuriating. But now, brands like Kuyana are making side pockets a standard architectural feature.
Finally.
And they've figured out how to integrate the pocket bag into the side seam so it doesn't add any width to the hip.
See, it's a structural evolution, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the evolution of the actual materials is even more significant when you look at the reports.
Really, more than pockets.
Oh, yeah. The shift toward natural and highly engineered breathable fibers is just dominating the market analytics right now.
We are seeing so much soft, organic cotton and beautifully textured linen.
Linen is having such a moment.
It is. Agua by Agua Bendita has these incredible mini dresses where the linen actually holds the structure of the dress away from the body.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It creates this natural air conditioning effect.
Whoa!
And then, okay, there is Tencel. We have to talk about Tencel.
We do. We absolutely do, because Tencel really represents the modern intersection of technology and textiles.
Yeah, because for a long time, if you wanted a silky drape, you basically had two options.
Right, silk or polyester.
Exactly. You had
Yeah.
silk, which was fragile and expensive, or polyester, which doesn't breathe at all and just traps your body heat.
It's like wearing a plastic bag.
Literally.
Yeah.
But Tencel solves both problems.
Hmm.
But how exactly does it work mechanically? Because it feels like silk, but I keep reading that it's made from trees.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So Tencel is actually a branded lyocell fiber.
Okay.
It is made from sustainably sourced wood pulp, usually from eucalyptus or beech trees.
Trees.
Yeah.
That is so wild.
Right. So they take the wood pulp and it is dissolved in a non-toxic organic solvent.
Okay, so they melt the wood, basically.
Essentially, yes. And the resulting cellulose mixture is pushed through these tiny holes to create the actual fibers.
Wow.
But what makes it truly revolutionary is the closed-loop production system.
What does that mean, closed loop?
It means that over 99% of the water and the solvent used in that dissolving process are captured and recycled back into the system for the next batch.
Oh, wow. So there's almost no toxic runoff.
Exactly. So not only does it have this incredible heavy liquid drape that breathes even better than cotton, but it also has a super minimal environmental footprint.
That's incredible.
Yeah, brands like Eileen Fisher and Reformation are leaning on it heavily right now because it just performs beautifully in daily wear.
It's brilliant. You get the luxury feel without the environmental guilt.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting right next to Tencel in the 2026 forecast is a fabric that is basically driving the entire boho revival aesthetic.
You're talking about chiffon.
Yes, chiffon.
Chiffon is the architectural key to that layering trend we were discussing earlier.
Because it's sheer, right. But what makes it different from, say, tulle or mesh?
It's all in the weave.
Okay.
Chiffon is woven in a plain, slightly open weave using tightly twisted yarns.
Tightly twisted, okay.
Yeah, and that tight twist is what gives the fabric a slightly rough, textured feel. It gives it a crispness.
Oh, right, it doesn't feel super smooth like satin.
Right. But the open weave makes it incredibly lightweight, transparent, and super breathable.
Ah, I see.
And because it has that crisp drape, it doesn't just cling to the body like static, it floats.
Which is perfect for layering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This means you can create these stunning ethereal layering effects, like wearing a sheer chiffon dress over a solid slip, or even under a heavy blazer, without adding any physical bulk or overheating the wearer.
Okay, let's put this into practice, because the holy grail of a great dress is the day-to-night transition.
Oh, for sure, the 12-hour dress.
Yes, I want to paint a picture using the styling mechanics from our market guides.
Go for it.
So let's say you take a flowy Tencel midi dress. The hem hits right at the mid-calf.
Okay, not the visual.
For a Tuesday morning coffee run, you layer a chunky, oversized cardigan over it, and you pair it with clean, comfortable sneakers.
Very casual, very cool.
Right. The heavy knit of the cardigan absorbs the formality of the dress.
It grounds the outfit.
Exactly. It brings it down to earth.
Yeah.
But then 6 o'clock hits, you have dinner reservations, and you don't have time to go home to change.
The classic dilemma.
Yes. But the New York Dress Styling Guide breaks down the geometry of this transition so perfectly.
What do they suggest?
You pull off the heavy cardigan, and you swap it for a sharply structured blazer.
Oh, I love a blazer over a midi dress.
Right. Mechanically, the rigid, tailored shoulder of the blazer instantly provides a frame that contrasts with the liquid flow of the Tencel.
It adds authority.
Yes. And then you trade the sneakers for a heel, which alters your posture and changes the way the hem moves when you walk.
Completely changes the silhouette.
Suddenly, you haven't changed your core garment at all.
Yeah.
You're still in the same dress, but you are entirely transformed for the evening.
And, Eileen Fisher's analytics show consumers doing this across seasons too, not just day to night.
Wait, really? That?
Yeah. They're taking, say, a crushed silk dress, anchoring it with heavy leather boots and thick wool leggings in November.
Okay, very cozy.
Right, and then stripping away all those layers to wear that exact same dress with bare legs and sandals in July.
Oh, wow.
It's all about drastically extending the life cycle of the garment.
Which is actually the perfect bridge into the reality of the 2026 fashion industry. Because this isn't just about getting more wear out of a dress to save a few dollars.
No, it's way bigger than that.
It's about the fact that sustainable fashion is no longer this alternative subculture. The market analytics show sustainable fashion experiencing massive, double-digit compound annual growth.
It really has transitioned from a marketing buzzword into a baseline consumer expectation. Like, if a brand isn't addressing its supply chain today, it's losing market share, period.
Oh, absolutely. And I was absolutely geeking out over the economics of dead stock fabrics that were mentioned in the brand reports.
Dead stock is such a cool concept.
It is. Companies like Christy Dawn have practically built their entire model on this. And for anyone unfamiliar, dead stock isn't a specific type of fabric. It's an economic byproduct.
Right. It's essentially the residual waste of the luxury industry.
Exactly. So when a massive luxury fashion house orders custom silk or bespoke organic cotton, they always overorder to account for production errors.
Which makes sense for them.
Right. They need a buffer.
Sure.
But when the season ends, those leftover rolls of pristine, highly expensive fabric, they used to literally be driven to a landfill or incinerated.
Not incinerated, just burned.
Yes. Burned, just to protect the brand's exclusivity so no one else could use their fabric.
That is such a massive market inefficiency, not to mention an environmental disaster.
It's horrible. But now, brands like Christy Dawn are stepping in. They are buying up those discarded rolls and turning them into these incredibly beautiful limited-run dresses.
It's a brilliant economic pivot.
It really is. You're getting luxury-grade textiles without creating any new environmental demand. The fabric already exists.
And this intense consumer demand for, mindful, deeply crafted clothing with a real story behind it, that is what's driving the most visually stunning shift in the 2026 market.
Oh, yes. I know exactly what you're going to say.
We are watching this appreciation for heritage craft just pull traditional global ethnic wear directly into the North American and UK mainstream.
This is where the analytics get really, really exciting. We are seeing a complete reshaping of the high street. Let's just look at the modest fashion market data.
The numbers are staggering.
They are.
The UK modest fashion market alone is hitting £12.5 billion.
Billion, with a B.
With a B. And for decades, this was treated as a marginalized niche.
Oh, completely. If you wanted modest clothing, you had to either go to specialty boutiques or you had to buy standard clothing and awkwardly layer it to cover up.
Right, wearing long sleeves under a slip dress just to get the coverage.
Exactly. But the purchasing power of this demographic has forced a structural change at the manufacturing level.
Yes. Mainstream high street giants and luxury labels aren't just releasing a token, modest collection once a year for Ramadan anymore.
Thank goodness.
They are structurally altering their default silhouettes. We're seeing high, beautifully tailored necklines, long sleeves, and vibrant maxi lengths becoming the standard offering.
Yes. And we're seeing luxurious silk and chiffon hijabs styled right alongside tailored jumpsuits and mainstream window displays. It is amazing.
It's the direct result of a diverse demographic demanding fashion that respects their cultural values without asking them to compromise an ounce of modern aesthetic appeal.
And speaking of aesthetic appeal, the South Asian fusion we're seeing right now is breathtaking.
Oh, the craftsmanship is unbelievable.
It is taking ancient heritage craft and placing it squarely in the contemporary everyday wardrobe. Like, the details in the bridal and couture analytics we read are nuts. We're talking about Zardozi, Gurapati, and Adari embroidery.
And historically, these were techniques strictly gated behind grand weddings or major cultural ceremonies.
Exactly. You didn't just wear this on a Tuesday. And for those trying to visualize this, Zardozi isn't just regular thread embroidery.
No, it's very different.
It actually uses metallic wire, like real gold or silver wire woven directly into the fabric.
Which means it has real weight to it.
It does. It adds incredible physical weight and this beautiful three-dimensional structure to the bodice of a dress. And then Ari work is fascinating mechanically.
How so?
Well, the artisan doesn't use a normal needle. They use a pin-like tool that resembles a tiny crochet hook.
Oh, interesting.
Right, and they use it to pull the thread up from under the fabric, creating these incredibly fine, continuous chain stitches that end up looking almost like a painting.
Wow. It must take generations to master that physical muscle memory.
Oh, absolutely. And now, designers like Tarani and Masaba Gupta are taking these deeply heritage crafts and synthesizing them with Western tailoring and modern streetwear.
That is so cool.
So you might have a dress featuring authentic Arabian embroidery, but it's cut in a sharp, modern, midi silhouette.
It's a garment you'd wear to a dinner date in a cozy New York restaurant, not just a 4-day wedding festival.
Exactly. You're wearing it out on the weekend.
And we are also seeing this synthesis at the highest levels of global occasion wear. The bridal analytics point to brides opting for classic white Western ball gown silhouettes, but having the bodice entirely constructed with that South Asian Zardozi metalwork.
Oh, that sounds stunning.
Right. Or we are seeing cape lehengas, which give you the dramatic sweeping movement of a Western bridal train, but maintain the cultural authenticity of the lehenga.
I love that.
They are even pre-draking saris using Western structural boning and corsetry inside the garment.
Wait, really? Like a corset inside a sari?
Yes. So it holds its shape effortlessly throughout the whole event.
It is the visual blending of two entirely different sartorial languages. But this is where I need to pause and look at the economic reality of this trend.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
Because a study from Birmingham City University in our stack raises a very critical point. They interviewed consumers, including a woman named Zenit, who pointed out that when massive fast fashion Western brands attempt to replicate South Asian fashion, it usually falls flat.
Yeah.
She used the word cringe.
That's fair.
Very fair. It lacks authenticity. So navigating this as a consumer, where is the actual line between true, beautiful cultural fusion and just straight up cultural appropriation?
It's a vital distinction.
Yeah.
And the ethical fashion data provides a very clear economic framework for understanding it.
Okay.
The line between appropriation and fusion isn't just about hurt feelings, it's about capital extraction versus economic synthesis.
Okay, break that down for me. Capital extraction.
Right. So cultural appropriation in an economic sense is extraction. It happens when a massive mainstream brand takes a sacred pattern or a traditional artisan motif like a Zardozi design, scans it into a computer, and prints it onto cheap polyester in a mass production factory thousands of miles away from the culture that created it.
Right. They just print a picture of the embroidery.
Exactly. They extract the visual identity without providing any economic benefit, credit, or context to the originators.
So the money stays entirely with the fast fashion brand. The actual artisans see nothing.
Precisely. Authentic fusion, on the other hand, is an economic pipeline. True synthesis respects the cultural coding of the garments by utilizing the actual artisans.
Meaning they actually hire them.
Yes. It means a designer in New York creates a Western silhouette, but then they contract and pay generational Indian handwoven silk weavers to create the textile.
Oh, I see.
Or they commission the actual artisan guilds in South Asia to do the Ari embroidery by hand. It honors the heritage by financially sustaining the craft. That is true synthesis.
That is such an important distinction. It's not just about the intention of the design. It's about whose hands are actually making the garment and who is getting paid for that generational knowledge.
Exactly.
And I think that brings us to the perfect overarching takeaway from all these 2026 reports. Whether we are talking about the fluid mechanics of closed-loop tensile, the tension of styling a slip dress with a chunky sweater, or the incredible weight of authentic Zardozi metalwork, fashion right now is fiercely personal.
It really is. It's a canvas for your values, your comfort, and your heritage.
Is a profound rejection of uniformity.
Absolutely.
So my challenge to everyone listening this week is to experiment with that tension in your own closet. If your default is head-to-toe black minimalism, try injecting one piece of high-octane dopamine orange to see how it shifts your mood.
Just a pop of color.
Right. If you've never paid attention to fabric mechanics, check the tags and see how tensile or true chiffon changes the way you move. Or make a conscious decision to seek out true cultural synthesis and support a brand that employs generational artisans. Let your daily dress be a little bit more than just a piece of fabric.
I think that's a fantastic challenge. But before we wrap up this deep dive, there is one final, somewhat provocative data point tucked into the market analytics that we have to address.
Oh, what did we miss?
Well, We just spent a significant amount of time praising the return to human craftsmanship, the generational muscle memory of Arari embroidery, and the beautiful imperfections of handcrafted textiles.
Yes, because the human element is what makes it luxury.
Exactly. But the data shows that while sustainable and handcrafted fashion is growing, there is a sector expanding exponentially faster.
Let me guess. Tech.
Yep. The AI in fashion market. Artificial intelligence is no longer just forecasting trends. It is actively generating designs, optimizing supply chains, and creating hyper-personalized retail experiences at a speed humans simply cannot match.
Oh, wow. Okay, so AI is designing the clothes now.
It is. So it leaves us with a fascinating mechanical and philosophical question.
Lay it on me.
If an AI algorithm can harvest your exact biometric data, your climate reality, and your aesthetic preferences to perfectly engineer your ultimate sustainably sourced, culturally fused dress, does that garment lose its soul?
Oh, that's deep.
If a machine perfectly calculates the exact placement of a Zardozi pattern, does it lose the very human heritage and the artisanal imperfection that makes these clothes so magical in the first place?
That is wild to think about. If there is no human hand at the creation, is it still art, or is it just perfectly optimized code you can wear?
That's the question.
Because that is the tension we'll be navigating for the rest of the decade. But one thing is for sure, whether it was woven by a master artisan or calculated by an algorithm, when you find that one perfect dress, it still feels like you can take on the world.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the 2026 Dress Guide.